Good morning, everyone. Just woke up Saturday morning. Haven't had a shave for 5 days since I started fasting. Need a haircut. Anyway, I just want to talk about what happened yesterday when I started an isolation party. It was just a spur of the moment thing. As you know, I love my music and I like playing it loud. Don't get much of an opportunity. I thought I'd do a bit of gardening. I say gardening, weeding, getting on my hands and knees and pulling out weeds on the front lawn. I thought, well, while I'm doing that, I'll listen to my music. Put on loud, open the windows, open the front door. And to be honest, my hearing's not the best, but still, the only people that would have heard it, fairly loud would have been the few houses directly across the street from me. I just want to say it right here. The house, not directly across, but next door to it, happens to be a woman who happens to be my godmother's daughter, and my godmother lives next to me. We were friends, from the beginning of time. We used to always play together, in the early days. Don't have much to do with it now, but over the years when I came back here, she'd say hello to me. Anyway, not much conversation between us, to be honest, but I don't know, was it a year and a half ago when I was painting my house? I pulled the curtains down to the kitchen and I'm standing on a ladder painting the ceiling, and lo and behold, I look out the window and there's this fucking idiot out there. And she actually, I'll cut this short, asked me, who's playing this music in the morning? Because I used to get up 7:30 and I'd do a bit of exercising in my exercise room, and I played music. And I put on a little bit loud, no big deal. And I said, who the fuck, who do you fuck think's playing? It's me. And she virtually told me, please don't play between 7:30 and 8 because it wakes her up. A lot of bullshit, I cut it short. She made a few complaints not to me. She rang my brother up, would you believe? And she called the cops on me once. I'm sure she did, because I played music one Saturday morning early, straight away, finished, got in my car to go shopping. And as I was going down the street, the cops were coming the other direction. And you can see they were sort of slowing down, looking for my house number. So I guarantee that were the cops coming to my place because she complained. Anyway, I didn't want to start off talking about her because that's what's going to lead into what happened at the end of this party yesterday. So this miserable person, doesn't like me playing music and being happy, obviously. I did the weeding, right, for, I don't know, about an hour or so. And I was dying of thirst. This is the 4th day of my fast. I said I was going to go 7 days without drinking or eating, but I couldn't help it. I had to have a drink. So I knocked down half a bottle of soda water with cordial, and I got a bottle of champagne out of my fridge. And I said, I'm going to get a table. I'm going to sit down and have a drink. And I took my shirt off because the sun was shining. This was about, I don't know. God, I don't know, lost track of time, 2:30, 3, I don't know, in the afternoon. So I filmed myself talking, if you haven't seen it. I filmed myself talking, singing, having a good time, running up to people who were walking past, whatever. There was cars tooting their horn, thumbs up, people waving to me, thumbs up, great stuff. But there, if you watch the thing, there was a couple of idiots that I won't go into it, but yeah, idiot mask wearers that didn't want to say boo to me. But I only thought I'd do this for one, 20-minute stint and load it up on YouTube, which I did, but I've since pulled it down because I thought, I'll just keep doing it. And I'll just keep, filming 20 minutes, going inside, loading it on my computer, resetting the phone, little shitty Samsung phone I use. I'm getting a better cam, by the way, but could be too late. Could be too late for using the cam and going on the streets, because I don't want to talk too much about how bad it's getting. But yeah, I just said stuff, and I'm going to do this until the music finishes in about 6 hours. And when I finish my bottle of champagne, lo and behold, I didn't keep tabs of the actual battery. And obviously, when you're doing all this filming, the battery's going to shit itself eventually. So when it come to the right near the end, I noticed the police paddy wagon, or divvy van as we call it, virtually stop in front of my place. You know, as you can see, I've got hedges in front, but you clearly could see the car. It slowed down, and as I mentioned, there's a hump right in front of my letterbox, and most cars slow down. I thought, oh, you know, it's got to slow down because of the hump and keep driving. No, it pulled over to the curb. So what I was filming in the mode where you can actually see my face. You know, you can turn it around, which I've sort of never really done before. So to do that, I quickly got the phone, and you had to stop the actual video, then because then the little sign comes up where you switch the mode. And I clicked on that, and I thought I started up again, and I put it in my top pocket, this one here. And I thought, all good. So I walked up to the gate to, you know, meet the police. There was two of them, both with, you know, big masks on, the blue ones, the shitty blue ones. And only one of them spoke to me. I'm not even sure if the other one was a male or female. I think it was a male. I'm not sure. But I said the first words. I said, well, if someone complained about my music, and they straight away said yes. And I'm trying to remember what I said, but there wasn't really much said. Then they said, it's pretty loud, mate. I said, yeah, well, you know, I love my music, and I'm sort of a bit deaf, and and they said, yeah, we can hear it all the way from Braybrook. And Braybrook's like 5-6 kilometres away. You know, a bit of a smart ass comment by them, but I didn't want to stir up any shit. So I said, yeah, I think they asked me, what's your reason for it? Yeah, they asked me what's my, I said, I love my music, mate. And I just, you know, I'm having an isolation party. And to that, they said, oh, who lives here? And I said, yeah, I live on my own. I said, have you got anyone else here? Because I think they came there because of this bullshit isolation rules, that I was having a party and there were lots and lots of people there. You know, because how many people have blaring music on their own? So that was the obvious, that's what they come checking for. So then they asked me, is anyone else here? I says, no. And I think they said, can we come in and check? And I know by my rights, I could say, you know, fuck off. But I didn't want to stir any shit because I'm pretty well known by the police and the government, and I'm probably on the hit list. So I said, oh, you can come in, I don't care, because I had to go in anyway and turn the music off. So I walked in, they followed me, I went straight into the main room. I turned the volume down. I said, is that better? He says, oh, yeah, well, wait, we'll go outside and check it. I mean, fuck it, I could hardly hear it. I virtually turned it off. So that's it. They didn't even go around checking anyway. We just walked straight out again. Straight out, went to the gate. Yeah, and they said, yeah, the music's all right. You know, I couldn't even fucking hear it, to be honest. What I should have done is gone to the side of the house, where, if you've seen my yard, there's where I actually have the seating thing. And you could hardly hear the music. You could hear it, but, you know, it was no big deal because the windows weren't open on that side. It's like I said, it was just the front. That was basically the loud portion, and the 3 houses, 3 or 4 in front, would have complained. But no one complained except for that one person. I'm not 100% sure. I think it's 99.99999%. And by God, if I go out, I hardly see this idiot. It's actually a nurse, and yeah, that's why she complained. You know, a year or so ago, year and a half, whatever, because she said she was like working night shift, and I was waking up at 7:30 in the morning. Bullshit. She was working day shift, and she was leaving at 7:20 to go to work, because they used to always, you know, check out the window. If a car was gone, then I'd put the music on. So, I didn't say that to the cops. I just wanted to get the fuck out of it. They didn't warn me or anything. And I think I asked you. I did. Can I ask who complained? Says no. I'm not sure if you said, oh, we can't tell you, or we don't know. We've just been told to come here, whatever. I think they said they didn't know. They weren't going to tell me anyway. But while this is happening, she's obviously looking through a freaking front window and feeling happy for herself, this person. So, yeah, they just drove off, and I just went inside, turned the music off completely. Oh, sorry, what I said, what they actually did say, you've been playing this music for 4 hours, have you? I mean, I don't know. Who's counting? I mean, so who would have said that? It would have had to be the woman across the road, And I think I said, is there a time limit now on, is there a time limit on music? I'm not quite sure what he replied, but, and the other thing, earlier I said, what's wrong with playing music at like 4? Yeah, this was actually right at the start. And what's wrong with playing music at 4 in the afternoon? I mean, what's the world coming to? And that's when I said I had the isolation party. I mean, come on. If you've got a party, you can play music. But like I said, the reason they went there was because of the thinking I had more than one person. And as you know, we can't even have another person come visit, let alone a partner. So that's what they were probably trying to hit me on. So, yeah, I wonder, I'm going to do this again. Hopefully when we're out of this lockdown. And I'll pre-warn that fucking idiot across the road. And if they ring the cops off, they wouldn't want to. But to stop me playing music at 4 o'clock in the afternoon on a sunny day, I mean, what's the world coming to? I can't have a party anymore. And if you have a party, the music has to be loud, doesn't it? So anyway, that's what happened. I doubt whether they came. Or maybe they did, knowing they probably. I did ask them what police station they were from, and they were from the one where I got arrested, and they probably got my name there in fucking lights. And when the call came, they were straight into the van because it was me. Anyone else, I'm telling you, anyone else, if someone called and complained about music 4 in the afternoon, they would have said, fucking just accept it. Turn your own TV on or play your own music and it'll drown it out. It's not going to fucking, keep you awake at 4 in the afternoon. Honestly, the person across the road where, they would hardly hear it. They could hear it if they were inside. But if they had the TV or radio or anything on, they wouldn't hardly notice it. So that's how miserable and sad this person is. So, yeah, I'd like to test this when this lockdown's over. There's no way none of the cops would come at 4 in the afternoon and say, sorry, your music's too loud and you've been playing it for 4 hours. I actually might, do some phone calls and seek some, legal advice about that. What is the actual law about playing music? I know you shouldn't really start before 8 in the morning, or probably can't go past midnight, even though people do when there's parties. So anyway, I might check that out. So anyway, there's my explanation. I'll leave it at that. If you haven't watched the video, it goes for like an hour. I did say some funny things, especially when I was talking to the brick wall. Check it out. And you got to see the one where this guy I'll quickly end up with this. This guy went past. He was walking. I could see he didn't have a mask. I quickly ran to the gate and says, mate, fantastic, you're not wearing a mask. Some Asian guy that couldn't even speak English. And he started jogging. He must have thought, I said, where's your mask? And as you know, if you jog, you don't have to wear the mask. So when he went down the pavement, I could see two idiots coming the other way with masks on. And they saw him coming, jogging towards them without a mask. So they immediately went off the pavement onto the road, like saying, hang on, don't come near me, you haven't got a mask. Oh, and I didn't go off my head, but I said a few things, which I can't even remember. Go back and watch it. When they walked past me, I don't know what I called them. You friggin' morons, you know? You friggin' morons that are scared of this virus because the guy without a mask is running past you and you had to go on the street. And they didn't bat an eyelid. They just walked past me and I just gave it to them a little bit. And then I quickly ran to the other side of the front fence where my driveway is. And they were sort of just walking past there. And I said something like, oh, please take the vaccine. Please take the vaccine. The world doesn't need two morons like you. I mean, and, you know, check it out. I don't know what, it's probably 3/4 the way through the video, probably a little bit more. On that note, I'll end this broadcast. Sun shining. Have a great day, everyone.